So my poet is Tracy K. Smith, and she is an African-American 46-year-old woman, and she's married. She was born in Massachusetts and raised in California. She earned a BA from Harvard University and an MFA in creative writing from Columbia University. She's currently teaching at Princeton University, and she's the 22nd U.S. Post-Literate Consultant in Poetry, and she was appointed to that position by the Library of Congress, and she's in her second term right now. She has written 3 books, all of which have won awards, and it's a major accomplishment for her. She was awarded Academy of American Poets Fellowship in 2014, and really her goal is to teach people about poetry and why they should love it. So the poem that I will be reading today for you is I Don't Miss It by Tracy K. Smith. I don't miss it, but sometimes I forget where I am. I imagine myself inside that life again. Reluctant mornings, sun perhaps, or more likely colorless light. Filtering its way through the shapeless cloud, I begin to believe I haven't left. The rest comes back. Our couch. My smoke, climbing the walls while the hours fall, shrinking into the noise of traffic. Music. Anything alive to catch your key in the door. And the scamper, a feeling in my chest, as if the day, the night, whatever it is I am by then has only begun to work. Of something other than waiting. We hear so much about what love feels like. Right now, today, with the rain outside, and the leaves that want as much as I do to believe. In May, in seasons that came when called, it is impossible not to want to walk in the room right next to you and let you run your hands down the length of my legs, knowing perfectly well what they know. I don't miss it. So now to analyze my poem, what I thought the title meant, that this person was in love, or that they were in love with the other person. They used to always want to be around that person, and they used to always wait for them to come home. They would move throughout the day thoughtless because that person controlled them and controlled whatever they did. Finally, this person comes out of the fog that they were in with this person and realizes that this is not love, or not the relationship that they thought they were going to be in. And they finally get away and realize that they're in a better position without that person controlling them. They finally have thoughts and are able to do things that they never were able to do. Before the shift, the poet talks about how the person was having flashbacks of how life used to be with that person that they were in a relationship with. They also talked about how the days seemed to be dark and that they were drifting through the days thoughtless of what was going on. After the shift, the poet talked about how they finally get away from that relationship and realized what a relationship was supposed to be like, and they were not in that. This person realized that they got away, and even though they're not that far away and they have temptations to maybe call that person, they're better without them. And sometimes you realize how much of a better life they have, and they do not miss them whatsoever. The attitude is, the speaker is depressing during the first part of the poem, but as you read more of the poem, it becomes uplifting, and you see where that person never needed the other person, that they're not taking them back. The poet's and speaker's attitudes are the same throughout the poem, but as you read the poem, you tell that there is more than one tone or attitude, and the poem and parts of the poem symbolizes that person's freedom as they separate themselves from that other person in their poisonous relationship. I think the thematic topic is love in this. Just because someone tells you they love you, and they may treat you like they love you, and they may do everything to show you that they love you, doesn't mean that it's actually love. Once you get away, you may realize that they were just clouding your judgment, and you were always surrounded by them. So you never had a moment to yourself to actually think, is what we're going through really love? Is what we're doing really love? And once she realizes this, she gets away from this relationship. So yeah, or him or her. So yeah, this was my poem. I Don't Miss It by Tracy K. Smith. Thank you.